Good morning, everyone. So yesterday, Morara Kebaso was subjected to violence by goons wenye walikuwa hired na this daft cunt anaitwa Otieno something Kajwang, TJ Kajwang. Very retrogressive character. Anyway, that is far from the point that I want to make. The main point today is Kaskazini, Kajudas, Kasmuel, a young man who had enormous potential to become great in this country, to lead. He had an opportunity, he had an audience, he had quite notable influence, both online and offline, and he has wasted all of that because he was able to negotiate, he was able to reach the likes of Osoro, and they probably gave him something like 200,000. It's not reasonable money. I do not know what he was going through, but a majority of us really believed in this young man, and it is very, very, very appalling that yesterday, when people were giving their contribution with respect to the motion of impeaching the deputy president, Kajudas had the audacity to, first of all, he was received like a very honorable guest. He was received with respect. He was in a podium where the member of parliament for Mathare was seated, and all of those politicians. I know this was planned because their plan was to finish and assassinate any influence, any credibility that young man had before yesterday. And because of his stupidity and greed and lack of strategic patience, he fell right into that trap. And now all of those politicians who were calling him, who used him yesterday, I can guarantee that after leo hakuna mtu atakuwa anachukua simu yake. Nobody. Those folks in government have used that young man, but he has been used because he is complacent, he is greedy, and for the lack of a better word, I think he's a greedy. He's just an eloquent fool. What would have Kajudas, if Kajudas was not a sellout, this is what he would have done. At the very least, he would have called out the acts of violence that were directed towards Morara Kebaso. He did not do that. He was very express. He said that Gachagua must go. Gachagua must go. He tried to imply that Gachagua is the only problem in this country. And you see, the beauty about the beauty of adrenaline is you never really get to think on your feet. That is the difference between Kasmuel on television and television interviews, and that's the very same guy in a live audience, and where people are cheering, and he has to respond, and he does not have the opportunity to think on his feet, which means he's actually not brilliant. So he was naive and stupid enough to just alijuza, in short. He said expressly, Gachagua must go. And according to the movement, the Gen Z movement, which he purports to be a part of, or he behaves or carries himself in a way that suggests he might be amongst the leaders of this movement. Agenda ya movement ilikuwa Ruto aende, Gachagua aende. Si Gachagua aende, Ruto abaki, ama Gachagua peke yake aende. It was, we are draining the swamp. I feel really sorry for the young man, but he can go honestly aende huko ajininiu. Sitaki kusema vitu mbaya, but I hope people unfollow him and akacheze magita zake huko.